Lesson 8.1, Inverse and Joint Variation. In all of today's problems, our goal will be to simply find k and then to write an equation. Our first example is simply a review of direct variation. Y varies directly with x if there is some constant k such that y equals k times x. K is called the constant of variation, which is the same thing as the slope. It is also to note that if we solve for k, we would get that k equals y divided by x. Example 1 is a familiar direct variation problem. However, we will set it up so that we can use the same model to do all of the following problems. The first example, as all of the other examples, are divided into three parts. What we're going to do is we will start and identify what type of problem it is by putting a box around it. Then we will identify our given information. Finally, we will answer the question being asked. So, find y when x equals 3 if y varies directly with x, and y equals 8 when x equals 2. What we're going to do with these problems is actually start in the middle. That will tell us what type of problem we have. Then we are going to use our given information, and finally we are going to answer our question. So, starting with number 1, y varies directly with x means we're going to write the formula y equals k times x. That's it for number 1. We're going to move on to the second step, which is our second box, and we're going to fill in values for x and y. It says y equals 8 when x equals 2, so we'll fill in 8 for y and 2 for x, quickly solve for k, and get k equals 4. Then we will write an equation relating the variables, which is y equals 4x. Simply replace k with 4. Finally, we're going to answer the question or do the third step. It says find y when x equals 3. Simply substitute 3 in for x, and we conclude that y equals 12. Let's circle the important part of our answers, which is y equals 12, and also the equation relating the variables.